Hello there. Good morning. Sorry. Tom the Humble Geek here. You just caught me in the middle of my breakfast. Just chowing down on some Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. Sorry if I start spitting bits of cornflakes out everywhere. Do you know what goes really well with Crunchy Nut Cornflakes? German Riesling. Alright, that's not really true. But a lot of conventional wisdom on food and wine matching is absolute hogwash. I'm very much of the opinion that you should drink the wines you love with the food that you want to eat. I love Crunchy Nut Cornflakes and I love German Riesling, so to be honest, for me this is a pretty good match. And this is my first video for Humble Grape, so I wanted to pick one of my absolute favourite wines to do it. And so I chose the Winning Riesling. Made in 2013, the winery say that this was their best vintage ever. The winery was set up in 1849 by a gentleman called Friedrich Deinhard. He then handed it on to who I believe was his son-in-law, Leopold von Winning, who gave the winery his name. Now, this guy was an absolute pioneer. Not only did he make fantastic wines, but he also was instrumental in setting up the German wine laws as they are today. Unfortunately, he died during World War I, and after World War I, his vineyards just fell into disrepair with no one doing very much with them at all. It wasn't until the 2000s, which is quite a long time for them just to lie doing nothing, that a group of young dynamic winemakers took it over, won back the name and started making some really innovative and exciting wines. And they're doing them with using no herbicides, no synthetic fertilizers, no copper, only natural yeast, no filtering, no fining, just trying to get back to what is the essence of beautiful Riesling. And that's exactly what they've done here, and it is a gorgeous wine. Now, a lot of people say to me, oh, German wines, ooh, is that all a bit like Blue Nun and a bit sweet and nasty? Well, sorry, Blue Nun, by the way. Well, the answer is no. There's a real fashion at the moment for dry wines. Wines are kind of getting drier. And it's the same in Germany. I recently went to Berlin, and I actually like a German wine with a little bit of sweetness to it. So I went to restaurants and said, can I get wines that are a little bit sweet? And they said, 9! And that didn't mean that there were 9 on the wine list. That meant there were absolutely none, because they're very much making dry wines, because that's the fashion. So if you like dry wines, it's time to revisit German wines, because they really are fantastic. And you might have forgotten how good they are. However, if you do like sweet wines, this does have a little touch of sweetness to it. If you're a geek like me, it has 12 grams per litre, which isn't very much. It's enough to make it juicy, probably what we'd call off-dry, nice and juicy and delicious, but without making it sweet, or cloying like some really sweet wines can be. So this is really a wine for everybody, and this is proven every time we put it on at a tasting. People go absolutely nuts for it, and that's not another plug for Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. That's just the reaction it gets. People really do love this wine. So maybe you've forgotten how good it is. Maybe give it a go. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. You're just going to stay here and watch me eat my cereal?